This is the Information Nation. I'm your host, Ken. On Orion Talk Radio, oriontalkradio.com, theinformationnation.com. Those of you who were here last week, I hope you had a good time with Holland Vanden Nieuwenhof talking about Oklahoma City. We're back to our regular format this week. So let's get right into it. See if we can keep it nice and calm this week, nice and mellow. You know, don't want to upset anybody, especially Nancy Pelosi, that moronic bimbo. Pelosi, amend the First Amendment. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi on Thursday endorsed a movement announced by other congressional Democrats on Wednesday to ratify an amendment to the U.S. Constitution that would allow Congress to regulate political speech when it is engaged by corporations as opposed to individuals. Isn't that nice of her? I mean, Nancy Pelosi, you just got to love the old bitch, broad Senate Congresswoman. Sorry about that. Let's take a listen to what she really had to say.
We have a clear agenda in this regard. Disclose, reform the system, reducing the role of money in campaigns, and amend the Constitution to rid it of this ability for special interests to use secret, unlimited, huge amounts of money to go into campaigns. I think one of the presenters yesterday said it was that the Supreme Court had unleashed a predator that was oozing slime into the political system, and that indeed is not an exaggeration. Our founders had an idea. It was called democracy. It said the elections are determined by the people, the voice and the vote of the people, not by the bankrolls of the privileged few. The Supreme Court decision flies in the face of our founders' vision, and we want to reverse it.
Ooh, slime. It's oozing slime. I think we should take away all the money from the politicians. Let's just take that money all away from them, and let's see how many of them get reelected. This old broad doesn't even know what the hell the Constitution stands for, and if she were to talk that way to the Founding Fathers, they'd have slapped her right upside the head and told her to go home and do the dishes. Oh, they wanted a democracy. This is a democracy. No, they hated democracy. She doesn't even know the form of government, which is a constitutional republic. Oh, no, it's a democracy. And let me tell you something. They take away free speech from organizations. You know, they always talk about, oh, these big corporations, they're the ones that are out there giving you all of this stuff here. Let me tell you the truth on this whole thing. They get free speech from them, you're next. These idiots don't stop. They continue and continue to take and take until you have no rights left. You know, they can't interpret the Constitution. That's what we have a Supreme Court for. Then they get all bugged out when the Supreme Court turns around and tells them, hey, you bunch of idiots, no, you can't do that. People think that these politicians are so special. Well, they are special, especially Nancy Pelosi and the other two bimbos that are from California. But let's take a look at this. The First Amendment of the Constitution states, Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging, here it comes, Nancy, the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right to the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. What is so hard to understand about that? In other words, it's telling you, Nancy, you got nowhere to go with this. You're just an old broad wanting to shut people up. And that's what it boils down to. It boils down to nothing more than these liberal, socialist idiots wanting to shut everybody up. No, you can't talk bad about Obama. Obama, he be the man. You don't vote for Obama, you know, you're not a self-respecting person. That according to the other bimbo from California, boxer. Somebody ought to box her right now. 78 years old. Why doesn't she retire and let some young, energetic individual who knows something get elected? Yeah, I'm getting so darn tired. I see a lot of very smart young people out there that should be running for office that will stand up for the Constitution and stand up for their rights. But no, they keep putting the same old bimbos in there time and time again. You know, it's like the Second Amendment. It says a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Well, as soon as you tell them that, they say, well, yeah, you know, militia, that stands for the National Guard, and a free state, you know, that's the state that you're from. No, you moronic ass. A free state is an individual and how they feel about things. That the individual feels free, that they have freedom. Not your freedom, their freedom. Your freedom is nothing but total control of the population. And that's all you want. And we're seeing it time and time and time again. You just keep on taking and taking and taking. Democracy is a piece of garbage. And if you don't think these people want to push their democracy, look at what's going on around the world. They're not only doing it here, they're doing it to the other countries in the rest of the world. Why do you think that the people in the rest of the world don't like us? Oh, they don't like us because we got freedom. No, they don't. We don't have freedom anymore. When the hell was the last time you had freedom? Go to the airport and tell me about it. Drive down the road and tell me about it when you get pulled over by the TSA. Now they're going to put TSA inspectors in buses. We'll get to that a little bit later. You don't have freedom anymore. Now they want to take away your speech. So you walk down the street. See, this whole thing is a big setup. No, excuse me. This whole thing is a setup. And it boils back down to the Nazis. See something, say something. In other words, if your neighbor says something that is not politically correct, turn them in. You know, they slowly but surely, like a disease, they eat at you and eat at you until you don't know what the hell to do anymore, so you just listen to the government and go about your business. But it's all about taking your freedom. It's all about taking your freedom. The people in this country have got to wake up. And some of them are. Slowly but surely, some of them are. That's right, Cracker, Viper teams. Wonder how many people out there who don't listen to this show or other shows on Orion go, Viper teams, what's a Viper team, man? I don't understand what a Viper, that's a snake. Uh-huh. Television and radio networks, newspapers, publishing houses, movie studios, and think tanks, as well as political action committees, are usually organized as or elements of corporations. Pelosi said Democrats' effort to amend the Constitution is part of a three-pronged strategy that also includes promoting the Disclose Act, which would increase, and the rest of it you can read on my website because I've got the article posted there. And I got a link to the main article. But basically, what there's, you can see it's a three-pronged strategy. They don't only want to shut up, shut down your newspapers, your radio networks. I'll tell you, they get away with this stuff. You know what you're going to hear on Orion? I'll tell you exactly what you're going to hear on Orion if they turn around and pass this garbage.